Once hailed as one of the most promising stars in Hollywood, Jan Michael Vincent had the talent, charisma and presence that captivated a generation. Best known as the elite helicopter pilot Stringfellow Hawke in Airwolf, Vincent soared to fame in the 1980s. But behind the bright lights and helicopter engines lay a life plagued by personal demons, addictions, arrest, injuries, and eventually obscurity. This is the long and turbulent story of Jan Michael Vincent, from rising star to forgotten cautionary tale. Jan Michael Vincent was born on July 15, 1945, in Denver, Colorado, during the final weeks of World War II. His father, Lloyd Vincent, was a painter and a B-25 bomber pilot in the US Army Air Forces. After the war, Lloyd worked as a sign painter and later struggled with alcoholism. Jan's mother, Doris Jane Vincent, was a homemaker. The Vincent family eventually moved to Hanford, California, in the San Joaquin Valley. Jan attended Hanford High School, graduating in 1963. He was an athletic, ruggedly handsome teenager, already catching attention for his look. After high school, he attended Ventura College, but never graduated. He worked various jobs, including loading trucks and fishing commercially, before fate intervened. Vincent's entry into acting was almost accidental. In the late 1960s, a Hollywood talent scout spotted him while he was accompanying his stepfather to the Los Angeles area. His striking looks and natural screen presence led to his first small roles. His earliest credited role was in 1967 in the film The Bandits, using the stage name Michael Vincent. He later adopted his full birth name professionally. Throughout the late 1960s and early 1970s, Vincent found steady work in television, appearing in shows such as Bonanza, Lassie, Gunsmoke, and Dragnet 1967. His breakout came in 1969 when he landed a role in the film The Undefeated alongside John Wayne and Rock Hudson. By the early 1970s, Vincent was building a strong film resume. His good looks made him a frequent choice for romantic or rebellious leads. The 1970s marked Jan Michael Vincent's ascent to stardom. He appeared in major films such as The Mechanic in 1972 with Charles Bronson, Buster and Billy in 1974, a cult romance drama, White Line Fever in 1975, a trucking action film that became a sleeper hit, Baby Blue Marine in 1976, and Big Wednesday in 1978, a surf film now considered a classic. Big Wednesday, directed by John Milius, cemented Vincent's legacy. His performance as Matt Johnson, a troubled surfer caught in the currents of war, brotherhood and fading youth, showed that Vincent had depth beyond his looks. By the late 1970s, he was earning $200,000 per film, a staggering amount for the young actor at the time. He was even considered for major blockbuster roles, including in Grease and An Officer and a Gentleman, but he either turned them down or lost out due to personal issues. In 1984, Vincent landed the role that would define his career: Stringfellow Hawke, the reclusive, tortured helicopter pilot in the action espionage series Airwolf. The show was a huge hit, running from 1984 to 1987 on CBS and later the USA Network. Jan Michael Vincent, with his piercing blue eyes and stoic demeanour, became a household name. He was reportedly the highest paid actor on American television, earning $200,000 per episode. However, the success masked growing issues behind the scenes. Vincent's personal life was spiralling. He was battling severe alcoholism. arrested multiple times for bar fights, assault, and drunk driving. He was involved in domestic violence incidents and missing shoots and arriving late on set or intoxicated. These issues strained the Airwolf production. In 1986, after 3 seasons, CBS cancelled the show. When the USA Network revived it for a 4th season, Vincent was replaced by another actor. After Airwolf, Jan Michael Vincent's career entered a steep decline. He appeared in low-budget films and straight-to-video releases such as Alienator in 1990, Extro 2 in 1991, and Redline in 1996. But it was clear that he was no longer the leading man of the 70s and 80s. Behind the scenes, Vincent's personal life worsened. Substance abuse continued to plague him. He was arrested several times in the 1990s for public intoxication, assaulting his wife, and violating his probation. Despite this, he kept appearing in films, often in very minor roles. His physical decline was obvious. In 2000, a second serious car accident further damaged his body. He became increasingly reclusive, and his face, once his calling card, bore the scars of addiction and trauma. In 2012, his right leg was amputated below the knee due to complications from peripheral artery disease, a result of decades of substance abuse and poor health. He used a prosthetic leg and rarely appeared in public again. Jan Michael Vincent died on February the 10th, 2019, at Mission Hospital Memorial Campus in Asheville, North Carolina. The cause of death was cardiac arrest due to bradycardia, a condition characterized by a slow heart rate. He was 73 years old. In a twist befitting his final private years, his death was not publicly reported for nearly a month. It wasn't until March the 8th, 2019, that TMZ broke the news after obtaining his death certificate. There was no funeral, no public memorial, just a quiet end for a man who once dominated screens across America. He was cremated, and his ashes were handled privately by his surviving wife, Patricia Ann Vincent, who he had married in 2000. Jan Michael Vincent's legacy is a complex one. He was an actor of great potential, a natural screen presence with piercing looks and an instinctive ability to portray inner torment. At his best, he rivaled his contemporaries, but he became a cautionary tale in Hollywood fame. Addiction and unresolved trauma can destroy even the brightest stars.